Hello, everybody. How are you? We're here in beautiful Santa Anita, I think. And this video is going to be part of our Dallas series. This time it's the 5 worst oil change places in Dallas. Of course, you want a good oil change place because there's no way you're going to do that yourself unless you're a serious hobbyist. I would say most of us have no desire to change our own oil. And the first worst oil change place in Dallas is Morbid Oil Change Service. Now, Morbid offers a decent oil change, but the problem is that the owner could not bear to bury his loved ones as they got older and, of course, died from natural causes due to old age. Different things happened. And so he set them up. They're basically sitting in the waiting room. Now, many oil change places these days, you don't have to get out of the car, which is good because at Morbid Oil Change, if you have to go to the waiting room, you're sitting next to his dead relatives. And that's a little uncomfortable. Now, the other part of it is they are experimenting with having you sit in the car like a lot of modern places, but unfortunately, they'll go ahead and place one of their dead relatives in the back seat because they feel like their workers will miss their relative if they don't have them available when you sit in the car as well. It's too much for me, guys. That's going to be a no. Now, the number two worst oil change place in Dallas is Testy Oil Change. These guys are, again, a decent quality oil change. I don't know if it's that hard it's probably not that difficult to provide a quality oil change as long as you are well trained. But it's the way that they deal with customers. So I remember going into Testy and I said, "Hey, I just would just like some 5W40 oil, and if you could check the air in my tires as well, that'd be great." And he's like, "What do you mean, check the air in your tires?" And I said, "Yeah, just as a precaution, if you could just check the air in my tires, make sure I'm safe." He's like, "Well, yeah, sure, no problem. We have plenty of time to do extra work for no extra money." I said, "Well, I didn't say that. Just at most oil change places, they'll check the air in your tires. It's no extra cost. It's just a precaution." "Yeah, okay, but we're not the normal place, okay? We're not the regular place. This is Testy." And it went on from there, guys, and I just don't have all day to argue with somebody about a simple add-on that everybody else does for free. So, for me, it's a no. The third one on our list is Sassafras Oil Change. If you're in Dallas, take Senora Street straight north. Let me see, it's probably 2.5 miles. Look for Monroe Boulevard, turn left on Monroe, and you'll run right into Sassafras Oil Change. I only give you those directions if you're interested in trying it, but it's a no-go for me because the owner is a 96-year-old grandma, and that's fine, but everything she says, she ends with the word sassafras. So I said, "Listen, can you put in some oil in my car? It's past the due date." She goes, "Okay, sassafras." And I said, "Well, hey, listen, I appreciate that. Can you also check the oil, air in my tires?" They wouldn't do it at the other place. "Hey, I'll put all the air you want in your tires, sassafras." And this is charming at first because this old lady's calling the sassafras on every sentence. But to be honest with you, after about 5 minutes, you just want to say, "Listen, can you drop the sassafras?" But if you do that, guys, just to be a warning, she'll double down. So then after that, it's, "Okay, sassafras. See what she's doing? So it's some sort of passive-aggressive thing. I don't know what's going on, so that's a no for me. The fourth worst oil change service in Dallas is Climb, C-L-I-M-B, Climb Oil Change. Now, to get to Climb Oil Change, just get on the outer belt, drive to the south side, get off at the Chase exit, and then drive down to Lakeshore, and they'll be right there. Now, Climb has a climbing wall inside the oil change bays. And to get their low, so in other words, they're charging probably the highest price in town, $99.99 for an oil change. What they'll do is they'll knock off $50 if you can get to the top of the climbing wall. Now you say, well, I'm physically fit and I love to climb. This would be kind of fun. Guys, as you're going up the climbing wall that's inside the oil change bays, they are pelting you with rubber mallets. Okay, and they sting. So they'll shoot for your hands, they'll shoot for your feet, and laughing at you the whole time and calling out they're razzing you the whole time. You're not gonna make it, ba-bang! You're not gonna make it, ba-bang! Shooting these little rubber pellets that kind of sting. And I just don't think it's worth the time or trouble. I'm not a climbing type dude. That's a pass for me. And finally, the fifth worst oil change place in Dallas, it's Anyway Oil Change. So, I mean, whatever happened to just simple customer service? You go in, you say, listen, can you change my oil? And put in 5W40. I found that's the best for me. The guy said, well, look, we're going to do what we want anyway. So we're going to put in 10W30. You, sir, obviously don't know what you're talking about. You're like, wait a minute. This is my car. I put in 5W40 every time because of the weather conditions. What are you saying? They're saying we do what we want anyway. So I don't really know what their hook is, what their angle, but I prefer that people offer the customer service that rather than just doing it any which way they want, go ahead and ask the customer what they want and meet that need. That's the way that I learned it. Hey, I could be wrong. If you think I'm wrong, leave a comment. Tell us, what you think of these places, or if you know of another oil change place that's just worse, maybe, or good ones. Hey, if you know some good ones, throw those in right there in Dallas. And maybe the street they're on so people know where to find them if there's maybe a single location type place. And because when you guys share information, it helps this whole community grow together, and I appreciate it.